figure it out. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Standard Grind. And today we're going to be seeing if we can get another 5-0 with this standard list. And I'm super excited. Let's jump into some games. I really appreciate y'all being here. We were able to go 5-0 yesterday. And so I'm very excited to see whether or not we can do the same thing again today. We're going to be doing the same thing, traditional, standard ranked, traditional standard event. 750 to enter. Then we go here. The only edit I want to make is somebody in the comments recommended that I play one less mountain, one more cavern. I like that a lot. I also like the idea of going down to Sunspine Links for the second taster in the board to be able to go up to the third Dropkick Bomber. There's a lot of games where we have a Lord, and being able to jump things is very important. Dropkick Bomber is also a great way in order to kill our own Curse Tosser. So really excited to see how that turns out. Taster of Wares Champion of the Weird did overperform a lot yesterday. So I'm thinking about putting another champion in the main, but I don't want to change things too much. I guess Grub could be in the board. Champion of the Weird could be in the main. This increases the curve a little bit, but it gives us a lot more removal. 4/4 drops is a lot, but we also have 7, 10 threes. I think the curve still looks pretty good. So let's try it like this with these changes. We trimmed a Sunspine Links for for moving the second taster to the sideboard. Then we flip-flopped the second Grub in the main for the second champion coming out of the board. And we added the third Dropkick Bomber. So let's jump into some games. See how this goes. Yes, I would like to submit this. I will be eating a peanut butter sandwich because I have not eaten enough today. I feel kind of lightheaded, but peanut butter sandwich. If you ever feel like you're going to pass out, take some bread, put some peanut butter on it, shove it in your mouth. It tastes really good. Hey, what's up, Tony? Appreciate you dropping in. What's up, Mind Sculptor? Thank you for dropping in. Let's do this thing. Let's do a quick mic check real quick. Let's do it. Perfect. The mic seems to be working. We'll be throwing some peanut butter on this here piece of bread. Looking at this opening hand, that looks pretty good. If we hit one land, we can curve out very nicely. 1, 2, 3. And then we have a Dropkick Bomber, which allows us to either jump this Curse Tosser to make sure it dies as a removal spell, or to push damage to increase our speed. The cool thing if we hit our fourth land is we can go Howl Squad into Dropkick, and then we can jump the token that we make every turn. It would die normally anyways, so this way it just like actually does something. Let's keep this 7. It's Tyler. Oh, for sure. What's up, Tyler? Appreciate you dropping it, man. How you been? Okay. Let's see. Turn 1 Cavern, Goblin, Curse Tosser. Looks like lessons. So I'll show them this Dropkick Bomber. They could hold up, it'll squelch you. No, because we played the Cavern on one, they won't do that. I'm good. Enjoying the Friday. It's wind chill of like -19 here. There's the multiversal passage. Get the Hexing Squelcher down. They could have an Iroh's demonstration. Sure. Monument's good. Eclipse Drum on Goblin. Get this Hollow Squad down. Attack for 5. Put him at 13. I think we have lethal next turn. Tapped Multiversal Passage, Dropkick Bomber. That's 2, plus the token that make from Hollow Squad is 4, plus the other token is 6. plus all the other attackers. Mm-hmm. Sure. Make a treasure so they can kill the Howl Squad, probably, if I had to guess. They just drew another card? Sure. Drain me? Sure. It's a really good draw. I can get Howl Squad down. I think I want to get... I mean, I'll pay 2. I can get the drop kick down, attack for 5 here. Play a Bastronaut to block. Then I have 2 blockers. Kind of like the idea of just getting Squelcher. Could get double Squelcher here. Attack. I'd have to pay 4 if they want to target something. Trade's good. Then next turn we can do some stuff. Sure. Redraw. Maybe make a treasure. Sure. We have 5 on board. If we play a Lord, that's 8. You have to pay 4. Pitch a land, draw another card. Play their land. Storm Chasers to block. Pitches another monument. Go to 10. Make a otter. Another Storm Chasers. Okay. If I go Howl Squad Bastronaut, that's 5. Drop kick is also 5. Drop kick also means that they can't trade with the Squelcher if I attack. Hey, Derek? Appreciate you dropping in. No, sadly, I'll not be able to come out to FNM. It's freezing cold tonight. But I will be at an RCQ tomorrow. So kill an otter. They go to 4. Max speed, I get a Bastronaut down. Yeah, it's ridiculously cold. Like pretty much everywhere right now. I think the high today was -7. I'm just excited to get to play with the new cards. Like, I think there was an RCQ last Sunday that I probably missed out on, but I'm very excited to see what we can do. Okay, so opponent casts another monument. Trigger. They can drain me for a total of 6/12 if they have an instant speed way to discard. Accumulate wisdom, makes another treasure. So everything costs 1 less. Yeah, it's Antarctic. It's ridiculous. Okay, so Boomerang Basics, pay 2, bounce the Squelcher. Discard draw. Probably make a treasure and then drain. Make a treasure, draw, sure. Iroh's demonstration is not good enough. Yeah, Hexing Squelcher has been the MVP of this game. It's dealt them 6-8 damage so far. Firebending Lesson kills the Bastronaut, sure. Pitch to draw. I think the only mode left, and one of them is drain, and the other one has draw or drain. Chump. They have the land. My turn. Untap, upkeep. In the upkeep, they have a stop? No, okay. Do they have a spell? If they have accumulate knowledge, they can get there. Let's get this Howl Squad down. Let's get this Bastronaut down. Go to combat. Make a token. Go to attacks, attack with everything. If they have accumulate wisdom, they're slow rolling it. Oh, that's not true because they would have to discard a card. That's right. Good game, opponent. Very close. Okay. So Squelchers are amazing against this deck. I don't think that we want Krenko. Champion of the Weird also is not the greatest. Taster of Wares could take cards out of their hand, but that doesn't really matter because we turn on their discard strategies. They play out their hand pretty fast. I don't think we need Nameless Inversion. We're not really trying to kill their stuff. We're just trying to go bigger. So I guess maybe we do want the Krenkos more than the champions. 4 cards. Bring the ley lines. No, because Boomerang Basics turns off leyline pretty well. Also don't want to go down a card. So, what's bad here? Nameless Inversion's bad. I guess killing Grand's pretty important. On the play, we want to be aggressive. On the draw, we want to be more defensive. Taster of Words does not come down before they can get their monument down, so that's not great. Grub's Command could potentially kill Grand and shatter a monument. I think we're trying to grind, so Grub is good. Let's play Grub and 1 Grub's Command. Run it like that. Hey, what's up, Alex? Appreciate you dropping in, bro. How's the day going? Oh, barely got through game 1. Really close. Race against our opponent. This hand super dies to an Iroh's Demonstration. I guess we can go turn 1 Bastronaut, turn 2 Curse Crafter. And it's not like the worst into Iroh's Demonstration, but they definitely also bring in Fire Magic against us. I guess we force them to have it. If they spend their turns setting up, yeah, if they spend their turns setting up, we kind of have a great curve against them. We definitely get the Curse Crafter down before we play these. Grand, Firebending Lesson. Go to combat. Attack. They have the Firebending Lesson, so now, because we got them to do that, they let us attack, so we're going to get the Seer Slicer down. If they tap out for Monument, that's what we want. Okay, just cast Accumulate Wisdom. Sure, that's fine. We could have just played the Curse Crafter. Sure, Firebending Lesson's good. It's a forced discard draw. I'm sorry, draw discard. No blocks. Okay, so we can go Curse Crafter, Astronaut, poke for 1. Firebending Lesson wouldn't have killed the Curse Crafter, so although it could have let us trade with the Grand if we sequenced it like that. All right, 1 mana Artist's Talent, 1 mana Storm Chaser's Talent. Discard a draw. Another Storm Chaser's Talent, sure. Pitch a Mountain, draw a card. Get down the Howl Squad. Go to combat. We're the aggressor. These 1/1s die to Iroh's Demonstrations anyways. If they want to double block with the on the Bastronaut, we get to take out an Otter, which takes away their chances of being aggressive. And if they just take 3, we're in pretty good shape. Yeah, they double block and trade. So they still take 3. Combustion Technique's fine. Pitch another Grand, draw a card. Play a land for turn. Level up your artist's talent. Pass it over. Play another Curse Crafter. And a Curse Tosser. Behold a Gob. Oh, no, never mind. Never mind. Play a Bastronaut. Only have one black source. Go to combat. I'll attack with everything. Oh, we shouldn't have attacked with the Howl Squad. We could have immediately played a Krenko, but this does push the most damage. Holding back the Howl Squad also keeps them from being able to attack with the Grand, which is a free redraw. Hey, what's up? Appreciate you dropping in. Dude, I'm always excited to Goblin. It's all we do. This whole channel is dedicated to playing Goblins in every format. We have playlists for every single format. And they concede! Beating is at lessons in 2. It's a great way to start the stream. All right, let me write this down. We'll get into the next one. All right, round 1. That's the dead pen. Round 1. Is it lessons? Let's get this out of the way so I don't think about while we play. Do it again. Also, I have a stupid question. Is Manifest Moonshadow not a potential deck at all? Are people just too cowardly? That sounds really cool, actually. Really do want to try Sultan Manifest Moonshadow, but if it's not even worth attempting, should I bother? I think that if you enjoy something in Magic, you should always try it, because there's, first off, a lot of people who are too scared to brew, and so you'll never see somebody doing what you want to be doing. If it doesn't exist, make it exist. Go out and try to play it. See whether or not you can make it work. This hand's okay. It's not the greatest. 1 drop into potentially nothing on 2. We could draw a 2-drop, but we have our lands, so let's try it. We also don't know what we're playing. I would say if you want to do something fun, it's always worth it to do that thing. And then the worst case scenario is it just didn't work, you know? Okay, so it looks like opponent is also on lessons. We drew another land. It's okay. This hand goes pretty hard by itself. What is this? Just Guy Control? Another land. Verge. Combat attack. Basically Manifest Dread package from Duskmourn with the addition of Moonshadow and Battler. Yeah, I mean, I see no reason not to try it. Plus, if it makes you smile, that's like the biggest thing. You could just hard cast Stock Up on 3. This is a Just Guy Control. Okay, let's get this swamp down. Play a Howl Squad Heavy. Start to develop a board. Attack. Land Day of Judgment. Plus, like, Manifesting Dread is another way to help fuel turn 1 Moonshadows. Yeah, I mean, manifesting is great because it puts cards in the board or in the yard, and that turns on your Moonshadow pretty well. I think we just go enters tapped. Go to combat. I don't want to overextend into a Wrath. It's super hard. Oh, it's the Aang deck. Okay. Sure, I'm glad I didn't cast anything. Airbend the Howl Squad. We should have waited on our land drop. Let's just Nameless Inversion now. Attack for 3. They go to 12. Shiko recast Stock Up. Sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and they can recast the Ang. That's crazy. Because it doesn't say, it just says non-land. That's very cool. All right, get the Blazemire Verge down. Play the Howl Squad. Play the other Howl Squad. Yeah, let's just play the Howl Squad. We're not going to worry about killing the Sheikah right now. Next to combat, make a dude, attack with this dude. I guess we attack with both, because then we make another one. We can declare blocks. Block here. Block here. This is a token. This is not the original. Sack shooter for 3 takes one. It's only 4. I'm going to kill the token. Because if they exile it with Appa, they can't combo. But they can still just cast it fairly. We're at max speed. Sure. It's a blocker. Lightning Helix is good. Puts me to 16. Okay, this is the greediest mana base in the world. Let's go land. Howl Squad. Hexing Squelcher. Combat. This guy has to attack. They eat it. Flips the Naya, sure. Also has Vigilance. Champion of the Weird. Well, that's weird. Think about this real quick. So they pretty much tapped out. If you didn't hear me earlier, I'm going to be eating some peanut butter toast because I didn't eat enough today. Feeling kind of lightheaded. So if I go Eclipse Drum on Goblin, play a Dropkick Bomber. Champion of the Weird has to exile something. Champion of the Weird, behold the Squelcher, I guess. Because it'll just come back once I kill it. So I can go target, 2 counters here. Target, 2 counters here. Sure. Now I can go tap. Is that more or less damage? The Squelcher goes back to my hand. Now I can go target, 2 counters here. Oh, it just says counters. I'm just continuously giving them things. Okay. That's called what we call a non-bow. I don't really want to keep doing this. Do it one more time. Just to show my idiocy. Yeah, reading the card explains the card. Getting killed by a Spider-Man card is pretty sad. Okay, we'll get Squelcher down. Then we'll go to combat. Good game, opponent. Gonna attack with everything because we're dumb. It's okay. Shame concede. No. I'm gonna let them kill me in the air. So I learn from my actions. This card is pretty cool. I am very dumb. Okay. Sometimes you think you're doing something powerful, and in reality, you're killing yourself. So it's just got control with Aang and Ashling and Nia. Okay. Squelcher, Grub's Command, Lynx, Taster of Wares, Grub, cut the nameless inversions, cut the Champion of the Weirds, cut. Krenko's pretty bad. Lynx is better. Grub's Command is also better. Dropkick's not the greatest if we don't have a board. When will I learn? Never. We have to lose until we learn. Game 1 was our better chance of Game 1 was our best chance of getting there. Bottom of Blood Crypt. Let's try like this. Goblin. Squelcher. They probably have to kill it now. No. Bottoming our third land was a big mistake. If this Curse Crafter was another land, we'd be pretty set. Like I said, we have to lose to learn. So I made a couple of really important punts in this match. Could have bottomed the second Curse Crafter just to preserve a curve, and that would have been a lot better. It's okay. I believe in us. Yeah. It's okay. Deep breath. Reset. That's how it goes. Sometimes you punt away the match. Look at 2 cards out of their hand. Take the untap land. It's been really good. We had a 7-2 the other day in a best of 1 event, and then we went 5-0 yesterday in an event just like this. The deck has felt very strong. The new cards are very powerful. I think the hardest part is learning what cards to play to, what cards to play around, just like every other match or every other deck. When you have new cards, it's always trying to figure out what we have. Play on stream sometime so I can stand up to Millennium. Hell yeah. I would love that. Fire Magic's pretty good. Just to take away 1 card. Yeah, Mill is probably not the greatest matchup for us. I mean, I could trade with the Nia or the Ashling. I'm okay with either one of these. They have a bunch of mana. 6 in the air. So now I die to this Nia next turn. There's a Pyroclasm. Oh, if we had 1 more land, we could kill it. Good game, opponent. Good game. Well played. Yeah, the Mold of 5 was tough. Trying to figure out what card to leave is tough. I think that's probably 100. It's 100% our fault for putting the land to the bottom. I think we probably had a pretty good chance if we were able to curve in the Howl Squad. They can layer it so that they get the mana, and they can still flip their Ashling, which is pretty strong. Then they go to combat and they kill us. Well played, opponent. Well played. What could I have done differently? I could have kept the opening hand, which had 2 lands. That at least had like 1s and 2s. I think that would have been a lot better. But I forget what the issue with that opening hand was. I think there was one. But it's okay. We still got 3 more games to play. Can't go 5-0 every time. The average is 2-2. Another day in the office. So, also, that's a really cool deck. Being able to cast Shiko, recast Aang, cast a Nia, or an Ashling on the backside. All very powerful effects. I think that overall we're trying to run into decks that are trying to race and are dependent on their deck being more aggressive than us. We also beat up on mid-range decks pretty well, but control decks are probably going to be the hardest thing for us to beat. The addition of Hexing Squelcher, Taster of the Wares, those cards are very, very good. And like we saw in that match, if I chose to keep my 3rd land instead of my second 2-drop, I could have gone nothing on 1, 2-drop on 2, 3-drop on 3, Taster of Wares on 4, Taster of Wares on 5, taken the cards out of their hand. We would have had the 2-drop plus the 3-drop plus a token when we cast the Taster of Wares. So that would have been 4 goblins. We look at 4 cards out of their 6-card hand. The following turn, they play a land and cast a spell, but they draw. So they had 5 cards. Oh yeah, and we took a card. So they had 4 cards. And then when we play our second Taster of the Wares, we look at their entire hand. So there's definitely lines to play to, and there's definitely, you can always punt away games. That's the big thing with Magic is if you get too hasty, if you don't think enough, it's a resource game, so you kind of have to have lands and spells. And I decided to lean on having more spells than lands there, and that's how it goes. But what I always tell myself is, after a loss, after a punt, all you can do is take a deep breath, reset, find your ground, think about the earth beneath your feet, sink your mental roots down deep, allow yourself to think about what you could have done differently instead of focusing on the mistake that you made, and try to think about how you would try to remind yourself, focus on whatever it is that you can to remind yourself not to make the same mistake in the future. So when playing against control, we need to keep enough lands to cast all of our spells. We don't need 2/2 drops. That second 2-drop was kind of redundant, and then our hand on turn 4 and 5 turned into all 3 drops. So things to remember for next time. But I believe in this deck. It feels really good. We've had some very good finishes recently. Hey, appreciate you, Gallo. Thanks so much for dropping in. Yeah, it was crazy. Felt very good. The list is incredibly powerful. Mana-based tweaks, sideboard tweaks. The list is always going to change, and it's going to change person to person. Everybody likes to build their decks a little bit differently, but I'm really enjoying this list that I'm playing right now. I think that trying to split between aggro and mid range game one, so that you have certain cards and different different matchups, feels very strong. And then after the board, we're able to board into strictly aggressive or strictly controlling, or we could stay with our main deck configuration and just tweak the slots. It feels like we have all the tools to do everything that we need. And like we saw in that match, I feel like we had the opportunity to play well. We just we made a mistake and it snowballed. And so I feel like the easiest way to lose with this deck is to just misplay. But that could be said about every deck. All right, this feels very good. Yeah, Alex, I'm excited for tomorrow. Very excited. We have a really good curve. And I think we're pretty favored against Lessons, which is one of the top decks right now. And I think we are very favored against Ouroboros. Okay, here we go. It's a great example of what we need to have happen. I think we go to combat first. We can get the Seer Slicer down. Goblin, but I think the Squelcher is better because it blocks Gran and it forces them to pay life if they want to kill it. Squelcher is a lightning rod to removal. I am playing 3 in the sideboard. 3 goblin commands in the sideboard. The attack with Grand's fine. They can pitch another lesson if they want. They pitch a land. Storm Chaser's talent. They could play Boomerang Basics on their own Grand, sure. But now I can go pay 2 life. I can either get the Howl Squad down or play Taster of Wares. I think resolving this Howl Squad is huge for the game. Attack for 2. Gives all the future goblins haste, and it builds the board so the Taster of Wares next turn is able to look at a lot of their hand. Without a land, they can't play a combustion technique. No land, that's huge. So we can go, we know that they're going to eat one of our goblins if we go to combat, but we do have enough mana to do some nasty things post-combat. So I think we have 2 black sources. I think playing the Curse Tosser, Behold a Goblin, auto pay, point at this. Now I can go to combat, attack with everything besides the Howl Squad. Blocks are good. Lessen the Bastronaut, that's fine. They eat a token. We have 3 mana, 5 mana, 1 black source. So we can go tap Howl Squad, cast Seer Slicer, cast Taster of Wares, look at their hand. I mean, I'm okay with them killing a goblin with a combustion technique. We're just going to take the Ancestral. Oh, and we get to cast Ancestral. Oh, no, we don't have lessons in our graveyard, but that's fine. 1 mana Artist's Talent. 1 mana. Oh, but they can't cast Combustion Technique now. They attack with Grand. Digging for a land. We're going to block. It dies. They play another Grand, sure. Now we can go Goblin, red, colorless, accumulate wisdom, grab a Dropkick Bomber, tap, play Dropkick Bomber, play this Curse Crafter, go to combat. I could have jumped to goblins, but I don't think it matters. To be fair, it's way too cold to go out. I agree. I actually went to the ER on, what was that, Monday? Tuesday? I think it was Monday. I went to the ER sometime this week doing stuff at work. I went outside and I put the cardboard in the recycling bin. And I was out there for 10, 15 minutes. And I had 2 jackets on, gloves, and a hat. And my lungs went into shock. I could barely breathe. So it's too cold to do anything. Stay inside, stay safe. Don't fuck around with Mother Nature. She will kill you. Yeah, and this is why I think we're favored against the Lessons decks, because most of our creatures replace themselves. Seer Slicer, Howl Squad, Krenko, and if they don't replace themselves, they like deal damage when things die, like Curse Crafter and Squelcher. So I think that it's like actually really good for us. This matchup is actually really good for us. Inversion I don't think is like the most important thing. Like killing Grand is important, but I don't think it's worth a slot. And I think that Hexing Sculpture is like the way that we win this game. We're not really trying to grind, so these cards are bad. And then Nameless Inversion is like not really where we want to be. Champion the Weird, I guess I could also see being bad. Maybe we'd rather have the Tasters over not over the Champions. Let's try it like that. Taster did take away their Ancestral, which was huge to win that game. 1 mana Ancestral definitely would have found them their lands. Yeah, and then the Ancestral also is what allowed us to find our Lord, which allowed us to win the game on the spot. Try it. Grand on 1 is pretty good for them. Pay 2 life, get a Bastronaut down. We have a lot of options on 2. I think I like Curse Crafter the most. It's the only thing that doesn't die to their Firebending Listen. No second land is crazy. Red, pay 2 life. Let's go to combat. Attack. Damage. I mean, this lets us look at the most amount of cards with Taster of Wares the following turn. But now they get to go Iro's Demonstration. Just a Firebending Lesson, okay. Another Combustion Technique gets pitched. Ancestral. No blocks. Red, tapped. Get this Curse Crafter down. Combat attack for 2. Okay, 1 mana Ancestral. They pitched 2 Combustion Techniques already. 2 mana Monument. They can't attack unless they want to lose their creature. So draw, discard. They could have another removal spell here. Drain. No, make a treasure. Use the treasure to kill the Curse Crafter. Sack it. Firebending Lesson. Sure, I'm fine with this. Untap land. Let's go pay 2 life for this Blood Crypt. We can go Hexing Squelcher, Curse Crafter, combat attack. Another Grand. I played this instead of the second Hexing Squelcher because if they go Firebending Lesson or Fire Magic kicked, I really don't want to have to lose everything. Okay. They just pass. We can play 2 more creatures. We can also just pump. So this would be double pump would make this 6. They block 2 of it. They take 6, 9. They're not quite dead. I think we just go Curse Crafter, Squelcher, attack with everything. They go to 5. They go to 3. Talent. It's a good way to start. Second Talent's a good way to start. They can drain us for 6. And double Treasure, which makes both of these free. Another Talent. Draw. Drain. Abandoned attachments. So now any instant during our turn kills us. Yeah, active, non-active player, their triggers go on the stack first. Game 3. Really close. Okay. I think we did that right. That felt strong. I think we just run that back. Let me think if I could have done anything. I could have gotten... So if I would have played the champion... No, not the champion of the weird. If I could have played the 2-mana 2/3 earlier instead of the Sear Slicer... they wouldn't have been able to kill it with a Firebending Lesson. I would have been able to block a Grand hit, which would have left me at 1 instead of Xaxes there. So that was the punt. Make me want to run this in an RCQ. Do it, 1000%. Goblins is a lot of fun, and right now is the best time to be playing Goblins, in my opinion. We just got a bunch of really cool cards. The deck feels very powerful. I've been playing standard Goblins for a while now. Been forcing it for a while, even with a bad build. And I will say this is the best that the deck has felt. Hard stop the entire time that I've been playing it in Standard. So I would highly recommend picking these cards up right now. We could have kept that hand. This is the same hand minus a cavern. Likeness looted really funny in Moonshadow Manifest Dread. That's a great point. I agree, it is really funny. Okay, Goblin. They have a quench. Okay, they don't have the quench. Get the Howl Squad down now. Go to combat, attack. Artist's Talent. Boomerang Basics. Enters tapped. Replay the Howl Squad. Combat, attack. Level up the Artist's Talent. Combustion Technique takes out the Howl Squad. Now we get to go Taster of Wares. Look at their hand. Take the Accumulate. Cavern on Goblin. Next to combat. Attack. Max speed. It's an instant, so I'll just pass. Oh, we should have done this while they were tapped out, that's right. Now they can cast the Quench to counter the Accumulate. End step, I'd like to accumulate. Should have just slammed this. Oh, I guess we could have waited till our turn. They pitch a Burst Lightning to redraw. Redraw. Yeah, that was a punt. Curse Crafter. Attack. Put them to 8. Abandon attachments for 1. Discard, redraw, and then redraw twice. Level 3? What? I guess they still do have 2 mana up. Deals 1 damage to each creature an opponent controls. Discard, redraw. Oh, because they leveled it up. That's right. So that accumulate would have been huge, because that would have let us look at 3 extra cards. Play this Howl Squad. Go to combat. Fire Magic does deal 3. Yeah. Another Artist's Talent. Another Monument. Yeah, where's Trash Master when we need him? The legend. Okay, now they can Boomerang Basics, pick up the Monument to reset it. They can sack all their treasures to recast it. Oh, sorry, sack 2 of their treasures to recast it. Ancestral. Yeah, so we could have cast the Accumulate Knowledge on our turn while they were tapped out. They wouldn't have been able to counter it with an Eloquentia. It also wouldn't have given them another discard redraw, which would have been huge. To be fair, this was a mold of 4, so this is how it goes. They cast the Eloquentia just to get some cast triggers. Discard, redraw. Then they get to redraw and redraw. I would like to decline. And then they win because they get to cast spells during their turn. Well played, opponent. Well played. So, small punt during this game, but also we should have just kept our opening hand. It had a decently aggressive start, especially if we knew what their hand was. And now they get to cast Rel, get to discard. Discard, drain, drain. Good game. Well played, opponent. Well played. Okay. I think we're favored in this matchup. However, our opponent definitely was able to get the edge there. Let's play the final round. We're 2-2 right now. Hey, you know what? That averages out to 50-50. It's another day in the office. But I think that we can do. Oh wait, we still have two more matches. Yeah, 3 ships are dropping in. That's how it goes. Let's do one more. Then I'm gonna go eat dinner. Oh. We can't always go 5-0. That's how the variance is. The magic gods will not let us. In order for you to go 5-0, someone else has to go 0-5. And that's how it goes. I've learned not to mulligan these hands with lands and spells. Is this the mirror? It's the mirror! Eclipsed Realms, Goblin. Curse Tosser, behold a goblin. To show you this Boggart. Super happy to be playing the mirror. Seer Slicer is pretty good. Combat, attack. Play Curse Crafter. No, that's totally fine. Let me see. How much damage can we do by turn 4? If we go turn 1, Stadium Headliner, turn 2, Seer Slicer Goblin, turn 3, Howl Squad, turn 4, Krenko. Is there a better sequence? Yeah, so we have 3 goblins by the end of turn 2. By the end of turn 3, we have 5 goblins. Then we have 7 by the end of turn 4. So then we have 14. So we've attacked for easily over 20 by turn 4. And if we go to turn 5, I can play a Lord and another Seer Slicer or another Goblin. There's ridiculous sequences that we have in here in Goblins as well. The cards doesn't. Verges and Shocklands should be in 3-color ratio wise. How many Verges to Shocklands should be in 3-color ratio wise, anyways? I think that Verges should be 3s and Shocklands should be 4s. That's my opinion. Another Boggart Curse Crafter. Opponent's playing Cinder Strike, which is pretty cool. Let's go Blood Crypt tapped. Attack like this. Yeah, I would say 4 Starting Town, or if you have Multiversal Passage, you could play that Passage. Passage is better in 2-color decks than 3-color decks, but it also never enters tapped. So it depends what your considerations are. They get the token back. Squelcher. Land. Second Howl Squad's pretty strong. Question is, do they have a Krenko in their deck? I like this from my opponent. They're being controlled. They know that they're going to overwhelm me eventually. I think that's where you want to be. Black, enters tapped. Attack for 2. Cavern's good. I agree Cavern is good. Yeah, I don't know why they haven't been attacking with Curse Tosser. I can't really block it. It's like free damage for them, basically. There's the dropkick bomber. Okay. So here's my Lord. Attack like this. And then I can kill them in the air next turn. Ooh, Mischief is very strong. Kills the Curse Tosser. Drains me to 11. So this bolts them. You go to 6. Okay, so opponent's done the math. Block here, block. Doesn't really matter. 4, I believe I die. Yeah. I could have traded or chumped a 2, but I think I still go to 0. So now we're going to be grinding. So let's bring in the grubs commands, cut the squelchers, nameless inversions, grubs, taster of the wares. I guess taster is actually bad in this matchup. Kranko's phenomenal, champion's phenomenal. Mud button is decent. I guess a 5-drop isn't really what we want. We could trim a grub. Easy cuts. A braid for RT removal. FSD for enchantment removal. We're almost there. Thank you. I appreciate you. Deep breath. Reset. Goblin on goblin action. I can't be mad if we lose to goblins, you know? It's such a fun deck, you know? And I know that my opponent's probably just having as much fun as I am. Sounds great. Turn 1, Curse Tosser. Turn 2, Sear Slicer. Turn 3, these two. Goblin, Curse Tosser. I'm going to show you this Stadium Headliner. We got some Curse Tosser action. It's a phenomenal 1-drop. Go to combat. Faint, weakness. Play a Seer Slicer. So removal spell for the Seer Slicer. Play another Curse Tosser. Point at the first Curse Tosser. We can just wipe the board here. If we block, they blow this up, then I blow this up. We both don't have a board. But I think I can do that again next turn. Go to combat, attack. 15, I go to 14. I get to go Bastronaut, Stadium Headliner. Then I get to go Curse Crafter the following turn. They have a Seer Slicer. No blocks. Makes a dude. Let's go to combat. Attack with everything. Yeah, this is fine. I'll sack to shoot the Seer Slicer. They go to 10. Curse Tosser, 5. I go to 9. Okay, that's decent. Can't cast it though. So they'll be attacking for a bunch next turn. We're attacking to 4, they go to 6. They attack for 7, we go to 3. Can we kill them in the backswing? No. Let's go to combat. Let's attack with these two. Put them to 7. Play Seer Slicer. Two, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why no Pain for All? I mean, the card's good. I like the card. It's not bad. I want to play as many goblins as I can. Just being able to play like all goblins makes not only my grubs command better, but it also makes cavern and my eclipsed Glen or whatever the land is that taps for mana of any color for goblins, makes those a lot better. So, okay, opponent's attacking. I'm gonna block like this. Take 6, go to 3. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I play this drop kick. Two, 4, 5, 6, 7 with a pump. I also just have lethal if I do nothing. I mean, if I'm able to pump the Bastronaut. Interesting. Man, these grubs commands have been really bad here. Get Curse Crafter down. Attack for 2. They also play Dropkick. Hell yeah. That's good to see. Both of these die to combat. I get to kill something. They have to kill something. I get to kill another thing. Kill the Dropkick. Then that dies because it doesn't have a creature in play. Then we don't have any other play. Okay. Really weird game. Very, very weird game here. If I draw a Shockland, I can shock to play this Nameless Inversion. Another Dropkick. Okay, Headliner, sure. That blocks. Land Dropkick means that they get to jump the Dropkick. Yeah, I'll block. Okay, now I can play my own Dropkick Bomber. I have to block this Curse Crafter. But I can't because they can jump it. Good game, opponent. Well played. All right, this is another reason to be playing instead of the third cavern, another swamp. Had a second swamp here would have been a lot better. It's okay. That's how it goes. You know, sometimes you draw your lands, sometimes you draw your spells. The magic, it's a 50-50 game. The chance that you get screwed one way or the other is pretty equal. We went 5-0s. You know, I can be really happy about that in the previous league. It makes sense that we're not going to go well. Yeah, I think that being creature heavy is where you want to be right now. I think that you don't want to be like super spell heavy because of the fact that Is It Lessons has so much removal. You want every threat to be able to, you want every spell, almost every spell to be a threat, and then you can stick it and potentially win some games through that. So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. We'll stream again tomorrow after the RC or RCQ. I'll let you know how I do. And I'm going to be running the same list. I was testing some tweaks today. We went down to Sunspan links to put a taster of the wares in the board. Then we went up another Dropkick Bomber and moved the second grub to the board. So all of those changes, I'm probably going to revert back to the 5-0 list. But this is what we test, you know. So thank you all so much for being here. Until next time, have a beautiful day. Peace.